Hello, Alan and Brenda. We are at the River Hollow property, and I just wanted to give you guys a full tour, including some of the exterior features of this home. So, without further ado, let's just start on the outside, and I'll try to provide as much detail as possible. It is very toasty in St. George right now, but I think the rest of the country is pretty similar. So, it is from that stop sign as we blare right into the sign. It is a second home from the end of the street, so you're not right at the intersection. And then in that direction, that street goes for quite a while. It looks like they're putting up some sort of maybe a grocery store. I could investigate further what's going on at the end of the street. It looks like some sort of commercial. Otherwise, this entire street is full of really nice, equal or greater in value houses. Like everything looks pretty nice and uniform. From the front, you have an L-shaped garage on the right side of the property with a gate to access the backyard. You have some really nice mature palm trees throughout, and I'm a huge fan of the paver detail. This entire driveway is made out of pavers, and they continue into the courtyard. This home is absolutely huge, and I can't wait to show it to you guys. So you've got a little patch of grass out towards the front, some nice bushes. I'm not too sure, I don't think it's rose bushes. I'm not super strong with my botanicals, so maybe you know what they are. Another little patch of grass, some xeriscape going up towards the property, which in my opinion is great because you don't really want any sources of water immediately next to the house. The home is tucked away from the street, and you do have these cool pavers that replaced the concrete within the immediate proximity of the property. There is a gate that takes you into the courtyard. And it's a pretty nice, spacious courtyard. Great size for the delivery guy to leave an Amazon package. I feel like that's the primary use of most courtyards these days. That is a glass door that takes you into the casita/office area of the house. There are several rooms in this house that could be used in such a fashion. You got some nice climbing vines with flowers to the right of the front door, and the front door feels really nice and solid. It is a steel door with a built-in screen and tempered privacy glass. As soon as you enter, you have this hallway that takes you into the living room, and to the left is the casita. I want to focus a little bit more on this detail. I'm a huge fan of these metal doors because you can just open this section of the door and allow some breathe. Of course, right now wouldn't be the time because it's really hot outside. Let me start on this side of the house, and then we'll work our way back so I could show you the rest of it. There are some really nice details. If we go up, you've got these continuous wood beams throughout the house with a nice chandelier, and the ceiling is really nice and tall. There is a massive barn door that goes over this opening. I feel like you've got 10-foot ceilings, 8-foot doors throughout the entire property. And right now this casita is set up as maybe as an office, like a nice sitting room. You've got two fairly large couches. You have three little windows on that side of the house, and then two windows right here. And let me just get into this corner so I can give you guys this perspective. Before I forget, Brenda, the backyard of this home is oriented to the north, so the sun will rise and set going over the house from one side to the other, and you don't have any windows that are, too much southern exposure. This is the ensuite. Has a nice little vanity with granite countertops. You have a really nice walk-in shower kind of wrap around to give you guys an idea of what that looks like. Got some beautiful tile. And this room also has its own closet, which is nice and spacious. Okay, let's go check out. Let's take a look at the size of this barn door. It's massive, it's bigger than the front door. And the front door is not small. So a little foyer with 2 niches, and they had a nice shelf in here. This area is pretty spacious. I'll dive into the living room. I'll just kind of go in order so that I don't leave anything out. Master suite is going to be our next bedroom. There's a little foyer before you enter this area, which is nice. I wanted to make another point about the doors. I feel like I've been talking about the doors a lot, but all of the doors in this house are solid core wood, which is not something that you see in a lot of new builds. They feel very heavy, very substantial. I'm a huge fan of that feeling. The master suite is nice and spacious, and you have some beautiful ceiling tray detail. Has its own fireplace. There are several fireplaces in this home, and you have an exit out to the patio. We'll go out there in a moment so I can show you guys the backyard. It is a pretty good sized patio, and you can access the pool from here. You've got, again, the windows that open to the north, and there is an HOA park directly behind us. So I really love how private this backyard feels. There's a soccer field right there, and then an HOA pool directly behind this pool. We'll go take a look at that in a moment. Another thing that I wanted to note is this home is super well kept. Just kind of looking around, I don't see any items of wear and tear. It smells nice. I haven't found anything that really needs to be addressed right off the bat. And that's a big part of these tours. I try to pay attention to the condition just to make sure that, when you come and see this home in person, I'm not holding anything out. So you've got a large soak-in tub to the right, and then a dual vanity to the left. I'm guessing that some items like the countertops and the LVP flooring in the main areas have been updated. Maybe some of the light fixtures. We've got a cool looking chandelier right here. You have a private water closet with a window. Directly across is a shower. And this is a cool detail. Your shower handles are outside of the glass. So you can operate your showers without even a hint of getting wet. This is so cool. I've shown a lot of houses, and this is the first time I've seen this detail. The shower is very spacious. You've got 2 shower heads, and I guess the door is meant to be opened in this direction. So it's not overwhelming, but I think it has a really nice detail. And also, it is, let me just switch my gimbal mode. It does have floor to ceiling tile, which I think is a really nice detail, just because I've always wondered how does drywall in the showers not get wet? Well, and I'm sure it probably does, but not in this shower because it's all tile. To the right of the shower, we have a closet with some really nice built-ins. Again, solid core doors throughout this entire house. You've got plenty of built-ins right here. And there is an area for a stackable washer and dryer, which I think is a nice touch. Give you guys another perspective on this bathroom. It is generously sized. It's not overwhelming, but I feel like it gives you plenty of room for activities. Here's another perspective on the master bedroom. And there's the fireplace. I'm a huge fan of all the ceiling tray details throughout this house. Oh, and there's also a thermostat for just this area, which is really nice because you can make this area as warm or as cool as you'd like. That closet kind of took me for a surprise. It almost looks as big as the front door, but it's just a little, maybe like a utility closet, coat closet. I guess it would be appropriate for this to be a coat closet. So it's right off the front, and your front door is literally right over there. So we'll just kind of go in order. To the left of that, we have an office. It's got a beautiful built-in table, some really tall ceilings, and I'm a big fan of these solid core French doors with glass. If you hear a lisp in my voice, I apologize. I just had a dental surgery and I have a retainer. I'm still getting used to talking with it. So you've got a really nice, solid, built-in furniture piece with some nice granite countertops. You also have a fireplace in here and a little corner closet. Big fan of this space. And then as we exit, it opens into the living room. Living room has similar ceiling detail. You've got 3 massive windows in the living room, in addition to 3 massive windows in the dining room. And I'll kind of pan around this area to show you guys the 3rd fireplace in this house. There are some nice built-ins right beside the fireplace. This area feels nice and cozy. It's not too small, not too big. I think it feels just right in my opinion. And I'll give you guys a perspective from another angle, looking back into the kitchen. There's a massive ceiling fan. I wouldn't say massive, it's just a little bit larger than standard. Let me rephrase myself. So looking into the kitchen from the living room, and then I'll give you guys this angle as well so that you can see the office from here. Let's go check out the kitchen. There is a beautiful black accent wall in this staircase that takes us downstairs. I really like the combination of all of the original features, like that rustic looking railing that's appropriate for the era of this home, and then they've updated it with some modern touches like this accent wall, a lot of the light fixtures. You know, it appears that pretty much all of the light fixtures in this home have been updated because they are certainly newer than the era of this home. And I feel like it's a great combination because sometimes when people do that, it just doesn't quite fit. I haven't seen this in a house in a while, but I think it's a cool touch. Rather than having bar stools, you have some built-in stools that swivel out, and they feel really solid. I weigh about 250 pounds, and I just sat on one and felt appropriate for my weight. So double kitchen island, 2 sinks, pot filler over the stove, and you have a dual oven and a microwave right above it. You've got Monogram GE appliances. The ovens appear to be quite old. I haven't seen an LCD display like that in a while, but they are clean, and Monogram is a higher end of GE appliances, so I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Let's take a look at the stove. The stove is also General Electric Monogram. It's got 4 burners and a griddle. The griddle was definitely used in this house. These people like to cook. And you've got a pot filler, which is kind of a cool detail. And a nice hood vent right over the stove that vents to the outside. Sub-Zero built-in refrigerator. And the freezer section is a little smaller than I would normally prefer, but it is a nice, it's a nice Sub-Zero fridge. So I'll open it up and back up a little to give you guys an idea of the fridge freezer space. Nice. Okay, so this little center island is quite a bit smaller. It has a small prep sink, and it looks like it's maybe a soap dispenser. Yep. Yep, it's a soap dispenser. There is a KitchenAid ice maker right next to it, which is not currently turned on. And as we moved on to the big island, it is quite spacious. So you've got bar stools all around the perimeter. Let me count them. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You've got seating for 8 around the center island, which is cool. Definitely got plenty of room to entertain. And see what we have for the dishwasher. The dishwasher is Whirlpool. And at least it does have a nice stainless steel tray in it, so it's not completely entry-level model. Dining room. Dining room has 3 massive windows that open to the north, and the best way to tell as we do these tours in the future, directly to the north is Pine Valley Mountain. It's that peak right there just over the trees. In the wintertime, you'll see just a slight dusting of snow at the top, and that's usually the most snow that we can tolerate here in southern Utah. You get the views of the pool, and your property line is kind of where that fence line is. Directly behind it, you have the HOA pool, and then a little bit to the right, there's a soccer field. It is really, really quiet back there. Well, I think partly because it's really hot and no kids are playing outside. You've got a cool looking chandelier up above where the dining table would go, and it's got these metal, kind of remind me of like almost like earrings. It's got these metal tabs hanging off of it. So all the way in the far left corner is the laundry room. And this area is very spacious. I guess, I don't know if it's a laundry room. It's actually not a laundry room. This is a study or an office. So currently they just have a computer set up right here. And if we look back, we've got a couple of built-ins. And then there's also a closet in here. So it's interesting. I guess it's a second office on this floor. Solid core doors throughout. All of these built-ins, all of the cabinets feel really high-end. They do have soft close hinges, which is great. Let's take a look at the cabinets. Cabinets are also soft close. Awesome. And that is the view to the outside from the second office. We'll continue still the main level of this home. As we go to the left from the kitchen, now we're looking at the mudroom foyer. There is a sink in the mudroom, and you have a water fountain. That door will take us into the garage. Some really nice built-ins with hooks to hang things up, and some drawers down below. Let's look across. Here we have a powder room. I'm really perplexed now because I walked this whole house and I'm trying to remember where is the laundry room. So this is a pantry, really good sized pantry. There is a skylight in here, which is kind of cool. Plenty of shelving. While we're here, let's go explore the garage. So this house has garages on 2 levels. Here we have an oversized 2-car with nice tall ceilings. I feel like the ceilings here are at least 10 feet. You have 2 windows that open to the front of the property. And then you have hot and cold water here for dog wash. This side of the garage is a single car bay that's extra wide and extra long. And then you also have this additional storage area. So it could be like an extension for dry food storage, pantry, however you want to use that. This property does have a whole home reverse osmosis system that's installed right here, and a water softening system for the entire house, which is nice. There's also a central vacuum system hung up on that wall. This door feels like it's got metal coating on the outside, solid core on the interior. It is really thick and it just feels really nice and heavy. Okay, so I guess on the main floor, let me just make sure I'm not crazy. I mean, there's no guarantee, but that would have felt like a laundry room, but I didn't see any hookups. It is in fact an office. So you have a laundry room in the master bedroom, and the second laundry room must be downstairs. Well, let's head downstairs and check that out. So you've got a beautiful staircase that is carpeted all the way down. All the carpet feels like it's in really good shape. It's got some really nice padding. I like some of the decor that the sellers left behind. I think this place was probably decorated really well. Okay, so as we step downstairs into the laundry, sorry, that's the only thing that's on my mind now apparently. It is a walkout basement, so lots and lots of natural light. Couldn't get these lights to come on for whatever reason, but look at all of these windows that open to the back of the property. They open to the pool. I'm a huge fan of walkout basements because if you have people over, you're entertaining, they're playing the pool, they stay on this level of your home and it's easier to manage. So nice built in. You've got a little mini kitchen. There's a microwave, a little mini fridge, and a sink down here. Some understair storage. It's quite spacious. And to the left of the staircase, we have a home theater room. These doors are also solid core. That one just happens to be painted white on the exterior. The home theater room has a nice large screen. The walls are painted gray. I think these curtains are here to help with some additional soundproofing. And this room does sound pretty dead, so I think that it was set up correctly in terms of the way a home theater room should be set up. There is a JVC projector, and these curtains, I think the main function is to kind of deaden and reduce reverberation in this room when you're watching movies so that you get the full theater experience. You've got theater sitting bench set up here to elevate the rear seats. The server room is wired for all of the audio and video equipment, and it locks away so that it stays out of the theater. As we go to the right, we have another bedroom. Another thing that I really like about the downstairs is you've got 8-foot doors with 10-foot ceilings, so it does not feel like a dungeon here. You know, you've got plenty of headroom, and this footage does not feel like a basement. You know, some basements have really low ceilings, and it's, you know, it doesn't feel like that square footage is made equal. But in this home, the quality is no different from the upstairs. Carpet padding, carpet quality down here feels pretty good. I mean, it's definitely not brand new, but it is in really good shape. As we continue our way to the right, you can see more of the pool outside. You've got a glass door that lets you out to the pool, and this is our pool bath. So as soon as you walk in, you've got a vanity with a mirror. You've got a toilet and a shower with several hooks outside. Good sized shower, single shower head. Let's continue our tour in this direction before we go outside. Now, that wing of the house still has a ton of square footage. So here, this door, haha. I have not explored this part, which is why I was completely oblivious to the laundry room. There we go, there we have it. Your laundry room is downstairs. It is very spacious. You have a fold out ironing board, a washer and dryer, some interesting looking cabinets down here, a small sink, and more storage. Let me turn some lights on in here. Beautiful. You've got dual water heaters. Your furnace equipment is down below, which is super nice for maintenance. And I feel like overall, it does much better in a basement than it would do in a hot attic. Date of birth for this water heater is 5/7/2024, was just replaced. So you've got two new water heaters. Looks like a Bryant furnace. And they usually kill me with these stickers because, I don't know, the age is unknown, but it does look to be in good shape without investigating further. You've got your electrical panel and tons of storage down here. Okay, now I feel better that I know where the laundry room is. As we walk out into this hallway, on this level, we have 1, 2, 3 more bedrooms. So we'll start with this one. This bedroom has an ensuite, and it looks like we've got solid flooring in here, LVP flooring with some cool ceiling mounted, what would you call it, a swing? Some cool looking light fixtures. There is an exterior window. Let me turn around so you guys get the idea of how large this room is. All of the rooms in this house are very, very generously sized. There's a good sized closet. And this is the bath for this room. Nice oversized countertop, single sink, beautiful vanity, toilet, and a matching shower that seems to be consistent with the rest of the house. Let's move on to bedroom number 2. So as we go down this hallway, this is the bedroom number 2, and it's connected via Jack and Jill to bedroom number 3. Looks like they've done some custom accent painting in here, and in my opinion, it doesn't look offensive. I'm a fan of this darker green with gray combo. I don't know, what do you guys think? Again, this room is very spacious, has an exterior window. There is a door that will take us into the closet. Now that I think about it, it is a really nice touch for this home to have a bedroom or a closet. God, I can't talk. A laundry room in the master closet is what I was trying to say. Some nice floating shelves on this wall. And this is the Jack and Jill bathroom that takes us into the other bedroom. Dual vanity, some nice built-ins, lots of storage. If we go this way, we have more linen closets, a full shower tub combo with a toilet, which seems to be appropriate for Jack and Jill. And this is the last bedroom downstairs. Nice and spacious, has a window that opens to the backyard. Let me flip around. And here we also have a closet. Turn some lights on so I can show you guys. Good size closet, appropriate for the size of this bedroom. So downstairs is, in my opinion, equally as impressive as the upstairs of this home. Let's head out and check out the pool. Child safety device on this door. The backyard really does have this oasis feel because there are no neighbors directly behind you. You do have some neighbors to either side of this property, but it is, River Hollow is one of the more mature neighborhoods in southern Utah. So there's lots of landscaping. Like if you look over to the left, the neighbor's property kind of sprawls with these major mature trees. Let's pop over to the left and we'll look at the nuts and bolts of the pool system. This is not uncommon for the pool equipment to be open. I don't want to claim to know too much about it, but it looks to be in good shape. And with any property with a pool, I would highly recommend a full professional pool inspection. And we do have a good contact for that. So as we look from this side of the backyard, here you have a spa, and this pool is slightly elevated above ground, which is kind of interesting. Like it's not entirely recessed into the ground. You have about 2 feet that sticks up. That looks like it could be due for a resurface. Maybe it's just a little dirty, but I would definitely further evaluate that aspect of this home. The pool does look a little bit dated. That's the upper patio. I'll take you guys up there in just a moment. Cool looking pool. It's got the Shamu shelf. As I recently learned that term, I feel like any shelf that I sit on could be called a Shamu shelf. And the deep end doesn't actually look extremely too deep, but it's deep enough for a slide, and it looks like it's got a water feature. And fireplace, the exterior fireplace, and it looks like they've set up a hammock in between those two trees. You've got a little bit of a putting green area right here. This is that glass door that takes us into the pool bath. Let's just step over here for a moment. I'm really intrigued by this garage because it is entirely made out of concrete because it's below grade, and it's pretty generous in size. So you've got a little bunker with some built-in cabinets, and I'm a big fan of spaces like that because, well, I don't know, you could store all sorts of cool things in here. Looks like they maybe had some vehicles. There's some oil that leaked, but you just turn around to show you this. It's really good size. Now, I don't know if you could really get anything down here besides maybe a motorcycle or something small, because for your side access, now this goes up right here, this little trail. It's maybe 4 or 5 feet wide, so definitely not getting a car down here. Maybe if you're lucky and adventurous enough, a golf cart, but I don't know. That's about it. So this is also a trampoline back there in the back corner. This is the gate that takes us out into the common area behind this home. Directly behind, we have the community pool. Don't have the key to access it, so I'll just kind of pop over the fence to show you guys what that looks like. It's a cool little pool. You've got, looks like maybe bathrooms right next to it. Little cabanas. And here you have a soccer field Some tennis courts and basketball courts back there. So your nearest neighbor is like an acre or two away. And this is the view of the property from behind the fence. So it's really nice and tucked away. Neighbors have their gate as well. It's kind of cool. I absolutely love how green this backyard is. This is definitely not something that you get in new construction because all of this stuff takes years to grow. I will take you guys up the spiral staircase to show you the last area of this home that we haven't yet explored. Hope you don't get dizzy from me spinning around. All right, here we are. There is a guest tub for barbecue. That set of double doors will take us into the kitchen. That set of double doors will take us into the master bedroom. There's a ceiling fan and a speaker up here. Let me turn around so I can give you guys perspective on the views. I apologize for a super long tour. This property felt a little bit endless. Please let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, and I'm more than happy to schedule more tours tomorrow from the properties I sent to you. So hopefully we find a perfect home for you guys. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you soon.